Good morning. Time now is 11:04. Thank you for staying with us, watching the weather now, giving you an update on the forecast. As we said in the text above, a little less rain and a lot more heat. And I begin with a heat advisory here, shaded in kind of this reddish orangish shading for middle Georgia. And that heat advisory is in effect until 7 o'clock this evening, including our Manual County area over into Toombs County, also Montgomery County, and portions of Wheeler County over to Dublin, McRae, Millen, Eastman, Middle Georgia, far interior inland communities, and there they can experience heat indices, heat index values this afternoon, 102 to 107. So it's going to be really, really hot out there, but with the increase in sunshine, the heat, that means less, overall rain. If we were cloudy or if we were wetter, we probably wouldn't be seeing these heat advisories, but we are dry at the moment. I'm going to have to adjust some of the radar settings here. The National Weather Service office in Charleston, their radar is currently down, but we do have several other radar sites that we can choose from, including Columbia and Jacksonville, and both of those spots right now are dry. We don't have much going on. We have a couple little showers trying to get going here in middle Georgia now that we're heating up the atmosphere just a little bit. Again, nothing too crazy. And actually, as I put this in motion, these don't appear to be showers. You may see them on radar, but this is actually the radar beam connecting and detecting some physical structures most likely. So southern Toombs County, not rain. Over here in middle Georgia near Rochelle, also not rain. But at first glimpse, it may look like that. So going through the day, it's going to be drier than it was yesterday. Time now, 11:06. Thank you for joining us. Roku, Amazon Fire, maybe watching on YouTube, News App, Weather App. If you have any weather questions, want to talk about today's forecast specifically or looking ahead in the future, you can ask your questions, and I'd be happy to respond. WTOC 11 on Twitter and WTOC TV on Facebook. And I'm going to go ahead, pull up the Facebook app right now, WTOC, the main Facebook page, and answer some of these initial questions coming in, and hopefully everyone will get their question answered. If I happen to miss one, and it's possible because sometimes there's a delay here in the feed, you can always go to my Facebook page, WTOC, Cutter Martin, ask away, message me, post on my wall, whatever, and I'd be happy to answer those. All right. Sue says, could we please get less rain but cooler? Please, yes, but not anytime soon. It's going to be later in the fall, and then, of course, as we get to October, feeling a little better, but it will be pretty hot today with a little less rain than yesterday. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Christian. Thank you for watching. Good morning to you as well, Jennifer. Good morning, Stromayer. Christina, I should say. I don't care about the heat, just tired of the rain. We're going to have less of it today, so there's some good news your way. Suzanne says, go away, heat. I agree with Sue. Come on, fall. It'll get here eventually. We just got to be patient. This year's already flying by. Give it time, and we'll be cooling off. Penny says, come on, cooler, drier air. It's not drier air, and it's not really cooler air. It's going to be hot, and it's going to be muggy, but you're asking, I guess, for the cooler, the drier air. It'll get here, but it's way up in the Arctic now. It's going to take forever, seasonal changes here to get down into our neck of the woods. Give it a few months, and you'll notice the difference. Sue wants to know about the weekend. Danielle wants to know about the commute home, and Christina wants nice weather in Statesboro. Y'all got quite a bit of storminess yesterday. All right, let's talk about the evening commute first, Danielle, and then Sue, we will talk about the extended forecast looking ahead to the weekend. Anita wants to know what time it'll fire up here in Pooler. We got rain into late hours last night. Yeah, but it didn't start raining until late either. My place out in the Pooler area, 7:30, it kind of rolled around somewhere in that time frame, and yeah, it did rain into the night, but hey, much more of the day, even though it was a stormy evening, was pretty decent. So, I can't tell you what time it's going to fire up in Pooler. That's just simply impossible. But I can give you a window of time to watch. And I think today a lot more folks are going to see nothing. They're going to be dry. But as we go through the afternoon, notice how 1:32 o'clock, it is this middle Georgia area. Like yesterday, north of us, storms try to get going and form. They will be moving off to the south and east. Yes, that is in our general direction, but they're going to be weakening as they do so, at least closer to the coast. But I do think Statesboro, Swainsboro, Santa Claus, Vidalia, Lyons, Reedsville, Sylvania, Screven County, Allendale County, Hampton, Estill, Furman, that area, over to Wheeler County, Hazelhurst to this northwestern area, inland communities here. Late afternoon, early evening, notice the clock up top. You have the greatest chance of getting in to some shower and thunderstorm activity. But putting this in deeper motion, notice how, we may get a Seabury storm down here somewhere along the coastline, but it's really isolated. It's really middle Georgia into our northwestern communities and counties that may get in on some of the storminess this afternoon. It's still going to be scattered. Not everyone's going to see it. In fact, I think much drier today compared to what occurred yesterday. And then after 8 o'clock, of course, we lose the heat. We're gonna quiet down. We're gonna get pretty quiet this evening, overnight, tonight, tomorrow morning, looking pretty good. So the evening commute, Savannah Metro, odds are most are dry, maybe an isolated storm, but if you're driving all the way up to Swainsboro, all the way up to Statesboro, Baxley, northwestern, far inland communities, both in the Lowcountry and Coastal Empire, you do have a chance late afternoon, early evening to drive into one of those thunderstorms. Let's see, Sylvia, sorry, I need some cat adoption weather. I think you might have a little bit today if you're standing out there with your pets. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, but mostly dry. We may have to dodge a few thunderstorms as I just showed you there. But as we go into the future, it's basically going to be a low-end sort of rain risk every day. 30 to 40% chance of rain through Friday. Asking about the weekend forecast, here it is. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we are going to see a cold front sink a little bit further to the south. That's going to help lift the air. The air cools as it rises. It condenses. Clouds form. The drill here, showers and thunderstorms. The chance of those a little bit greater as we get into the weekend. But between now and then, we're just talking typical summertime stuff, isolated to widely scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and that is about it. So I'm going to let some more questions come in. Any other weather concerns, questions, comments you may have, I'd be happy to answer those. I'm also going on to Twitter, retweeting the main account, WTOC11, on my page. You can find me at Cutter Martin there. And I appreciate everyone watching. Maybe you're watching on Roku at home. Have any questions, pull out the phone, the laptop, whatever you can comment in on. I would be happy to answer any questions, comments, or concerns you may have. And while we're here, let's give you a tropical update. And probably need to update this. In fact, I know I do because I used it this morning. The updated forecast came out after the morning newscast. So going back here, in fact, I'm going to go to the Hurricane Center first. We were at a 60% chance of development earlier from this area of low pressure out in the north central Atlantic. It's moving off to the east, northeast, and actually, here's an update. We have Tropical Storm Debbie. So that is now moving away from the United States. I'm going to go ahead and switch up the maps here. Bear with me, loading it up. Again, we're not going to see anything here in the United States. No impact from this whatsoever. And, they're being kind of generous here naming this, and definitely it has some characteristics, but it's pretty far north. And but nonetheless, they are giving this a name. So bear with me, and I'm going to turn our tropical track map on here. Bear with me. I'm going to have to edit this as I talk to you all. So thank you for the patience. Alrighty. So I'm turning the tropical track on, and as expected, it's going to be moving off to the north and to the northeast, but nonetheless, we do have Tropical Storm Debbie, and this is really a poorly organized system, not that impressive as tropical systems go, but here we go. In fact, it's only forecast to kind of stick around here for the next 24 to 36 hours. So a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm, right now 40-mile-per-hour. Basically, probably, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Hurricane Center's website. That's where I am right now. I'm going to click on Debbie because I'm willing to bet that some of this is going to be, this is actually with the new update, so not all the graphics are updated from the National Hurricane Center, but they may be going, subtropical. So subtropical storm Debbie has formed in the north central Atlantic, definitely not having true tropical characteristics. Notice as I zoom in here that a lot of the convection, the bright white tall thunderstorm clouds, are away from the center. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to now, set the data frame there. Here is the center of circulation. I just circled it in red, right where the L is. Notice where all the bright white cloud tops are, the tall thunderstorm showers too, are located away and kind of outward from the center with some dry air wrapped into the center. So pretty classic look of a subtropical system. And it's not going to be around too long. Within 36 hours, it's heading out to sea, weakening. Sustained winds less than 40 miles per hour. Water temperature is quite chilly up here. So we have Tropical Storm Debbie for the next 24 to 36 hours. This is absolutely nothing to worry about. It's gone. It's heading off into the cold waters of the North Atlantic. Will become storminess out here. Again, it's still going to be a strong area of low pressure, but losing all subtropical and tropical characteristics, though it doesn't even begin with anything tropical. So furthering kind of that weakening trend over the next 36 hours, really tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, losing its name and moving out to sea. So not quite a surprise, but they really did jump that up. Only had a 60% chance of development this morning. What's looking a little bit more organized, but again, a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity is displaced away from the center of circulation, so it is not a threat to us, and it is not even technically tropical right now. It is subtropical Storm Debbie. Leah, Jessup, Georgia, no rain, please. I'm trying. I'll try to keep you dry today. Anita says, good, my yard needs to be cut, dry out so we can cut the grass. It may be, you know, if the clouds are bubbling up late this afternoon, maybe better early afternoon, though, Anita, I'm sure it rained at your place yesterday. Maybe too wet, I should say, to get out today. If it is a little drier tomorrow, you can go out tomorrow, mow the grass, though we will have scattered storms in the forecast. And Thursday, Friday, Anita, and Pooler may be a little bit drier and hotter as well, hopefully working to evaporate some of that moisture so you can get out and cut the lawn. Vicky says cold weather, please. Jason doing a little eyeball emoji. Deborah says thumbs up. So you may be talking about this tropical system again, just hot off the presses here. Subtropical Storm Debbie has formed in the north central Atlantic. It is not a threat to the lower 48 nor North America. It is going to move out here into the north central Atlantic, lose whatever subtropical characteristics it already has, and losing its name and absolutely weakening, falling apart. No threat to anybody. Even the shipping lanes out here, not a huge issue for them. Of course, we're keeping an eye on it, and we suggest you do too. Jason says, can we just skip ahead to fall? I'm already cooked to be on. Well done. You know, this year is flying by. If there's any saving grace, this year is flying by. It's already August, then it'll be September, then it'll be October, and we're in the home stretch to fall. In fact, we have already surpassed our warmest stretch of afternoons, historically, climatologically speaking, and now those averages are going to start ticking down, and the day's already getting shorter. So there's some positivity if you don't like the hot air. Stromae says very cloudy in Guyton. Looking at satellite, we don't have too much in the way of cloud cover out there. Maybe some mid and high level clouds, also some puffy cumulus clouds starting to pop up out there. But looking, I'm actually going to switch up the map here, and we'll zoom down in. And there is a little bit of cloud cover there, stretching from Effingham County into the low country. But for the most part, you know, pretty good out there, just some mid and high level clouds. There's definitely some sunshine out there. And you can't see it on your screen, but I'm looking offshore. Hilton Head, Tybee Island sky cams looking pretty gorgeous. And I think you will see some sun return if it's not sunny where you are right now. You're welcome. Anita, thanks for watching. Angela, thank you for watching as well. And again, the extended forecast is one of isolated to scattered rain chances through Friday. Our next quote-unquote weather maker system we're watching to kind of throw a wrench in the forecast or cause the forecast to be a little bit wetter is going to be this weekend, early next week. Cold front trying to move in. Of course, cold front this time of year, there's always uncertainty with that. Don't think it's really going to cool us off, but it may get close enough to allow the moisture to kind of pool up along it. And you get showers and thunderstorms with that kind of a setup. That's why we increased the rain chances weekend into early next week. Not calling it a washout yet, but certainly something to stay tuned to. We'll be keeping you updated as well. Allie Joe, I'm so over this heat and these afternoon storms. I wish we could get a break too. It's nice to not have to worry about absolutely anything and just look up and know the sky's sunny and that it's going to be a dry day. But nonetheless, alas, that is not the pattern that we find ourselves in. So, not much we can do about it. We just got to bear with it here, and I promise cooler, drier weather is on the way. You just got to look a couple months or so into the future. And hey, if you're out and about today, whether kiddos are at the school, maybe you have outdoor plans, maybe you want to finally get out and mow the lawn, the WTOC weather app is a great resource to get outside, stay updated on the forecast. We did have a video in here earlier detailing the early day forecast. We'll be putting out more content like that at videos from the team in the WTOC weather app. And before you leave the house, you can check in on radar with the WTOC weather app, see where rain is falling. And there it is in southwestern Georgia, down near the Florida border and portions of Alabama. And clicking on that, again, you can put it in motion, kind of get an idea of where the rain is going. Zooming back out here, giving you a frame of reference. Savannah is being marked and kind of denoted by that blue dot. There's Montgomery, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. There is some stormy activity down in the southwest Georgia, southeast Alabama area. And we, too, may be dealing with a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity here going deeper into the afternoon. It'll be isolated to widely scattered, so don't cancel the plans. Just another day to keep a casual eye on the radar. Meteorologist Jamie Ertel is in for Chief Meteorologist Dave Turley, and we'll be on at the news at noon, breaking down the forecast for you. Andrew Gorton is going to join the party this evening. They'll have the latest coming up, the news tonight. You can watch that TV, WTOC.com, and in the WTOC weather app.